Right. And today we are having our first no-code session with Tomi Olatunde. I call her Folu. Tomi is a stay-at-home mom, digital creator, curriculum creator. She is the founder of Home Pluriculum, which is an Africa-based, project-based curriculum for African parents who want to homeschool their children. She's going to talk about it some more. She has been featured in BBC, Silverbird, Guardian. She's a product photographer. She's a full-time homeschooling mom. She's a blogger. She makes some money from her blog, and every year she shares with us how much she has made. And it's, I always look forward to her January post. She's someone that really, really inspires me because I've seen her build from scratch. She is so authentic. She is so giving of herself, and her knowledge. She's always sharing and sharing. So when she comes on and starts sharing, we will share her blog, her social media pages. Please follow her. Remember that these coaches are not paid. The only way we can appreciate them is to go to their Instagram pages. These are little things that we can do, but make, little impacts in their lives. Follow them, comment on their pages, seek to build meaningful relationships with them in their pages. Don't just DM them, please. Don't DM them asking for anything. Interact first, build relationship first. Read their blogs, share their blogs. Talk about them. If you know anybody looking for a product photographer, recommend her. She's very selective too of the people she works with and the time she works, because you see that her homeschooling and her stay-at-home mom job, that's the #1 thing. But please recommend her regardless. And without further ado, I will be inviting her to take over the mic. But just before I do that, this is the calendar for February. Please look at it carefully. We'll be sharing it in the WhatsApp group as well. Do not miss your classes. Please set your timer, set your alarm, tell your friends, your husband, everybody to remind you so you don't miss the classes that you've registered for. We'll be sending the link to all the classes to everybody, just in case you change your mind and you want to attend, or you also have the bandwidth to attend. Please make the time to attend. All right, I will be stopping here. Hello, hi, Folu. Good to have you here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here. Hi. Good evening.
Good evening. Oh my God, you look so good. You look
Thank
so
you.
good. Your hairstyle is giving.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful introduction. So,
I did. All right, bye. I'm going to turn my video now so that all the focus can be on you.
okay, let me share my screen because I did a slide. In case it's work, I cannot do it anyhow. So I did a slide for our chat today. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction again. And it's always a pleasure. I'm happy to talk about homeschooling and everything. I already have all that one play by play in my head. But this blogging is still new, so I don't have, so pardon if, everything is still like not gelling as much, but know that I'm sharing from my wealth of experience and a passionate place, right? And hopefully it's valuable for you at the end of the session. Okay. So a bit of my journey with blogging. So if you have, in the midst of my if you have anything you want to, any questions, you can leave them in the chat as well. But yes, I like some engagements. I really don't like interrupting, but again, so that we'll know that at least you're hearing me. Okay, so my name is Tomi Olatunde, as you have heard. One big thread of my life has been blogging, because I've been doing it for 15 years now plus. And this is the journey of all the blogs that I've had. I started with Rebirth of a Drama Queen, and then I transitioned to At the Foot of the Hill and Counterculture. And then I became a contributor to Natural Hair blog. And then I transitioned, when I became a mom, to Cuddle blog. And of all of this blogging that I ventured in, the most profitable for me has been the Cuddle blog. And in the course of the training, you will see why the Cuddle blog has been the most profitable. So what is blogging, right? For anybody that doesn't know. So it's the act of writing, publishing content online, usually in form of articles or posts. Bloggers share their thoughts, expertise, or stories with an audience. And this, we see a form of microblogging with our social media. So you are just basically writing content for people to see online. But when you are looking at a blog, a full-blown blog is, you are actually, so it's not going to be how many characters now. You're going to write a full-blown article that has introduction, the middle, has lists of things, and then has a conclusion, right? So it is, look at it as the elder brother of your social media content writing that most of us are used to. Now, when you are blogging, when you want to start blogging, there are different routes you can take to blog. And depending on what your goal is, depending on your goal for your blogging career, you can decide to go either of these three routes. Or depending on what you want out of it. What do you want out of this blogging? Do you want to do it as a business? Do you want to do it as for fulfillment? And do you want to do it for both? And I'm saying this is because I guess that the idea of this whole accelerator program is to ensure that we have the tools, depending on whatever we want to do, then we can make the choice, but we already have the tools. So if you're doing blogging as a business, how that is different is there are people that actually buy blogs. They buy blogs. There are people that actually just create different blogs. So I was almost recruited sometime last year for somebody that wanted me to write for the homeschooling arm of their blogging business. So they had a mom blog. This guy is a guy first. He has a mom blog, and he had writers that wrote for that blog. So he is the owner of the business, and he didn't just have that mom blog. So I think he bought the blog off of somebody. He bought the blog, and then he's now managing it. He's in the UK, and he had a team, office, and the whole nine in Nigeria. So you can see how profitable blogging is, such that people now have multiple blogs that they manage. And the way it is designed, in not just in, let me say, not Nigeria, because again, the way Nigeria is set up sometimes, it is not as profitable and seamless as it is done abroad, right? So they have affiliate links that work. They have things that are already set up to work that will make it a seamless process for you to make money. However, the premise and the whole baseline of how it works is still the same. So this particular guy that I'm talking about, he has multiple blogs. And then blogging for fulfillment. Now, if you go back to this, my list, this is my Rebirth of a Drama Queen. This was when I was working. I just wanted somewhere where I could share my daily journal and things like that, right? At the foot of the hill, I was talking about my Christian journey and counterculture as well. So by the time I started this counterculture, I started, writing like a blogger. So all of this too, this Rubric of a Drama Criminal at the foot of the hill was from this point of view, right? Blogging for fulfillment. I was blogging because I just enjoyed writing. I wanted somewhere that I could change. I could share my journey. I wanted somewhere that I could just interact with people. And those many years ago, there was an active blogging community where people shared each other's stuff and you could read what every other person. So I just wanted to be part of that community, right? So when you are doing blogging for fulfillment, you will know that your expectations for money, right, it's not going to be high up there because you're just trying to do things like Mercy had mentioned, keep your brain alive. I'm just trying to keep my brain alive. I'm just trying to maybe make new mom friends. I'm just trying to, just ensure that I can still have somewhere where I write about the things that make me happy, right? I'm blogging for both. I advocate for blogging for both if you want to make money. And most especially if you're a mom, I will advocate for blogging for both. In my own head, I have rationalized how to be able to make it work, right? And we'll get into that. So blogging for business, yeah, dispassionate, unemotional about the articles. You are writing the articles and your sole purpose is to make money. It's not about, oh, we're going to an event because we want to network. We're doing this. All of that's not going to happen. You are doing it for the business of it. And then blogging for the fulfillment, that's where you like, oh, so much community. Let's do this. Let's just write. Let's just meet people. Let's just da, 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 da. And blogging for fulfillment can eventually make money, but it's a longer process, right? It's a longer process. And then blogging for both is where you find a middle ground. And this is where I advocate for mothers to be, because we might not be as ruthless, because we might not have the time to be as ruthless, but we might not just be, we don't want to just be faffing around here so that we are like, well, we also need to make money, right? So these are the steps to build your blog from scratch. And first of all, we're going to look at your niche. And then we are going to look at the tech. So we are in the no-code tech environment. So we'll talk about the no-code tech that you need. And then distribution, which is very important. And then monetization. So when we are talking about your niche, decide what you want your blog to be about. Your niche is important. Choose from your current skills, what you want to exist in the world, or what you want to grow in. Now, let me explain that. And hopefully when we are done, you'll see why those things are important. So you want to choose from what you are good at, your skill. Or, so your skill, what you're already good at, you're not just trying to learn about, you're not just trying to learn about this particular topic. You're just saying, okay, this is what I'm good at, and I think that people need to learn about it. So you're blogging around that. You're blogging around what you want to exist in the world. So when I met Nkechi was doing a lot of nutrition, a lot of things around nutrition. She wanted that to exist in the world because she needed that to be a solution in her own life, right? So she wrote about nutrition and she created content around nutrition. So what you want to exist in the world, and then what you want to grow in. So you see people that create a whole, maybe like YouTube channel or a whole blog around, oh, I want to lose weight in 30 days. So what you want to grow in, and you want to carry people along. So depending on what your goal is in terms of, okay, how quick do you want to make money? How do you want to build a community? So depending on all of those things, it will also inform which one of them that you pick, whether you're blogging for skill, or you're blogging from what you want to exist, or you're blogging from what you want to grow in. So can you still hear me? Yeah. Can you still hear me? I just want to be sure that we're still together.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm trying to do the presenter mode for the Canva because I wasn't sure how it was going to react with the sharing. Okay. So, depending on what you want to achieve, right? How fast you want to grow. Again, you do. Now, I don't think I can see anything on this slide. Can you see anything on the slide? No, I can't see anything on the slide.
Yes, I can see audience window, enter full screen.
Okay, so let me just continue what I'm doing. Okay. Is this okay now? Can you see the slide now?
Yeah, we can see the slide.
Okay. Let me just increase it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so depending on how fast you want to achieve what you want to achieve, now you can now decide, okay, I want to go for my current skill, what I'm good at, and I want to do what I want to exist in the world or what I want to grow in. And so when you are also picking your niche, it's important that you're also not too sentimental about the niche that you want to pick. Except you are just so convinced that I just want my passion to grow and I want this thing to exist in the world. So if it's that it's not about, oh, I just want this thing to exist in the world. It's just, I need to make money. You cannot be sentimental about the niche that you pick. There are profitable niches that have been proven time and time and time again. So when you are picking a niche, you know that you are going that route. If, for example, in those many years ago, Nkechi just wanted to make money, she probably most likely wouldn't have just gone to nutrition, right, as the first point of call, because it was a journey to build a community that trusts you, it was a journey to build. But I mean, when you are going to Google to search for something, are you trying to see the person that has the most number of community members? No, you just want somebody to answer your question when you go to Google, right? So you cannot be sentimental as well about picking a niche, because the people that are going to read your article, they are not going to come and check for you and say, oh, so who is, after you have answered them, yes, they might go and check and say, oh, so who is this person that their article made so much sense, right? So don't be sentimental about picking your niche. A few niches that is known to be profitable: finance, health, mommyhood. Those are proven niches that are, they are profitable niches, right? So you see that so many people, when they want to write a book, they will write a book about how for you to make money. They are not showing you the work to make the money, but they're just writing a book for you how to make money, because they know that it will appeal to people and their sense of, oh, I want this thing in the future, right? So all those niches are profitable, and also find niches that you think that are profitable around the people that you want to serve. So whoever you see that you want to serve, right? What are the things that they are looking for? And what are the things that will get, where can I get the most people for this thing that I want to write about? So blogs that people create now, for example, they do maybe fishing blogs because they know that there's a community of fishing lovers. That didn't come out right, but fishing lovers, right? People that love to fish and everything. So they create a blog around that, right? So these are people around to me. So in that fishing blog niche, right, you can do how to make money with your fishing, how the kind of equipment you can use for fishing. So you see that there are different, you can niche down to beginner phase of fishing, right? You're writing blogs around beginner phases. You're writing blogs about people that are advanced. You're writing blogs around people can wing it when they are doing blogs that make money. But imagine if you are now very skilled in the fishing and you now create a blog around it. You know that what you're writing is from a place of value. This brings me to my next point. When you're doing your niche, be so good that they can't ignore you, right? Be so good they can't ignore you. Niche further down and tell your story in a compelling way. Tell your story in a compelling way that is different, right? So, yes, I am in the motherhood space, but I am in the further niched down space of homeschooling, right? It's a smaller group of people, but it is a growing niche, right? Then come from a place of service. Know that you are not here to just write and be like me in the rebirth of the drama queen. I just want people to see my article. I just want people to, read what I'm all about. I just want people to this, but you want to create from a place of service so that because that's the way that you will get traction quicker, and that's the way that you will make a lot more money without too much stress. That's very key, without too much stress. I will get to that, right? Then find the intersection between profitability, passion, and impact. So what's a niche that is, or even if you find a niche, how can you link it to health, wealth, and health and wealth actually are the biggest issues. So how can you link it to health and wealth, right? And you can still, imagine you're in a motherhood space and then you are deciding to talk about maybe stress, for example. You can link it to health and well-being for moms, right? So now this her library as well. If you look at it, if you think about it properly, it's linked to wealth because you are helping moms to be able to grow their career, or if they want to go back, find tools that they need to make money. So it is linked back to wealth, right? So whatever niche that you pick as well, you can further niche it down and pick the profitable part of it. Yeah. So we're going to go through a little bit of the no-code technical part where you'll see how to set up your own blog, right? After you have done the work of finding your niching down, what your goals are, you've outlined those ones, then you now go to where do you want to start with the technical bit of it. So there are very many platforms that can help you create blogs that require no coding. And I always readily recommend Blogger because Blogger is attached to Google. And for me, it has been the most seamless and easiest to set up in terms of low barrier to entry, right? It is very easy to set up. And the interface, for somebody that doesn't even have any tech background, the interface is very simple. You go here, go here, go here. For as much advanced as Google is in technology, their Blogger app is so 1999. So, and I like it like that because it's easy. So you're not, there's WordPress. WordPress again is no code, but this one is like almost code because while you don't have to do you don't have to do coding to set it up, but sometimes the interface can be so cumbersome that you can get lost in it and you don't know how to navigate, what to navigate. And then there's Wix. Wix is also one that I've used. I used it for my photography website at some point. Easy to navigate, drag and drop here, click here, templates, everything set. Squarespace as well. Squarespace too is very easy to set up. Doesn't require code. It's just drag and drop, find templates and use. Then there's Zoho site as well. Nkechi actually told me about Zoho site. Zoho sites as well it is easy to set up. They have templates that you can use. So when you are setting up from all of these places, right? The Blogger, and again, another reason why I've stuck with Blogger for all of these years is because it was cheaper. It was way cheaper for me than the other ones, right? So Wix can get very expensive sometimes, and with dollar rates and everything, it can just get expensive. Squarespace as well. Zoho site is cheaper, I think. Zoho site is cheaper, and I think they charge in Naira. So that's one you can actually explore. So I'm going to go through Blogger, right, to show you how the steps that you can use. So when you go to from your Google, from your email, if you use Google, you have this top right corner here. So you just click on Google Apps, move down, and then you find Blogger. So once you click on Blogger, if you don't have any blogs set up, this is where it take you to, right? You title your blog here, and then click next. Let me do it first. Food blog, okay? Next. So now here, it will have a .blogspot.com. So I'll show you exactly how to make it your own personal domain as well. So my food blog, I doubt if it's available. I know it's not going to be available. My food blog Nigeria. Okay, it's available. So the blog.com next. What name do I want? So this is that one was domain name. So it will be www.myfoodblognigeria.blogspot.com. My display name will be my food blog. Please, pardon me, my system does not have space bar at the moment. So click on finish. And it will take you right into your interface. So now as you can see, this interface here. See what I mean by it is very simple. Your posts, where your post will be right here. Your stats, you will see your statistics of people how many people read your blog, how many people that your comment is right here. How much have you earned? It is linked to your AdSense. That's why I said, because it's Google, everything just links together. And then how many pages do you have? So the pages is all those pages that are on the top of so this like this now. These pages, this is domain, website, this is one page, this other page is on page here. So here you will show you the pages. So you want to have about me, whatever it is you want to have, you write it here. This is your layout of what your blog will look like. Okay, so it's the about me here, different gadgets, right? And then the search, those small search buttons on top of each website. Then your header, this is where my food blog will be here. And my pages, if I want to add AdSense here, and my blog post that I'm writing. And then they have themes that is from Blogger. The downside to this one is that their themes are, like I said, their Blogger is so 1999. So they have very old templates and everything. So I'll show you how to get new templates as well. Then this is your settings. But when you want to go back, you can go back and change your title, the description of your blog. These are very important. And when we are talking about SEO, you understand why. The descriptions, your analytics, your Google Analytics ID, you'll be able to put everything here. Privacy, visible to search engines, you want to always click yes. And then this is my blog address. So here now, when we buy our custom domain, which is now I'll buy myfoodblognigeria.com. I'll buy it and then I'll come and redirect it here. I'll put it here and redirect it. Do I want it to be secure? Yes. So if you have writers, this is where you want to give them different author invites so that the person can be able to write as a contributor on your blog. Then how many posts you want? When people open my page, how many posts do I want them to see per time? This one says 7. So you just go through it and see, do I want my comments embedded? Who can comment? Comments moderation. Sometimes it's good to moderate it because there are so many spam messages. Do I want subscribers? How would they be notified? Things like that. So you set everything here on your settings, right? So this is enable search description. You want to put that on so that you put a description about your website so that when Google is searching through your website, they can pick it up of what your website is about. You want to make sure that you click on all this one because it's saying that you want them to be able to crawl your website when people are searching. Then Google Search Console is the console that shows you your search results and how people are searching for you and which of your articles are being searched the most or the ones that are being viewed the most, right? So you want to be able to, enable these ones because it deals with them search and them searching your website so that people can find your articles. Then manage blog. You can import content. You can back up your blog. That's if you want to change maybe from Blogger to WordPress or you want somebody else to manage your website for you. You can do from here, back up your content. You can remove your blog totally from the internet. Then site feed as well. This one is a feed for people that use, like I said, this thing is sold $19.99. I'm sure people don't even use these feeds anymore. Because back in the day, people used to have feeds where they will follow particular blogs. And then when you open it, it will show you all the different blogs that you have subscribed to. But I don't even think people use it anymore. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So this also goes back to that reading list as well. So I will show you my own that is already populated so that you have an idea what it looks like in use. Okay, so after you have, remember that this one is just only showing you .blogspot.com. So if you want to buy a new domain, so you can either use GoDaddy.com, but even myself, I'm shifting. Only one of my domains is on GoDaddy now because this month is 17,000. Next month it has reached almost 50K because the dollar is not helping our life, right? So there's GoDaddy and then there is Go54. That one is a Nigerian-based company. So Go54, which used to be Hugo Host. So they have, and from this Nigerian one, you can buy .ng, you can buy .africa, you can buy more Nigerian-based domain names. So when you now buy your domain name, you will now link your domain to your website from that settings that I showed you. So that when people click on www.myfoodnigeria.com, it redirects them back to this website. So that transitioning or linking it, sometimes that can be a bit tricky. And usually wherever you buy the domain, they usually help you they'll show you what to press and how to press it, where to get the information you need to link it. Or alternatively, you can just Google it. There are a lot of step-by-step process of how to link your custom domain to your Google, whether it is WordPress or Blogger, right? But if you're using like things like Squarespace, usually, so this is Squarespace now. When you look at this, you see, so they have templates. You see that they have very beautiful templates. This is one that I would have used if I was very rich, right? But I'm not, but some of you are. So you can also use it. It will be a much less seamless process. And you can some of them sell custom domains as well. So when you purchase everything, you can just purchase everything together. So my issue with all these other ones is that because they're dollar denominated, they tend to run very expensive by the time you put them together. There is Zoho site. So Zoho, they have a presence in Nigeria, so they charge in Naira and they're pretty cheap. They're not too expensive. Yeah, so after you buy, because again, Blogger doesn't have a lot of templates and beautiful templates that matches, our modern day aesthetics. You can go to Etsy, right? This is Etsy, and you will find beautiful templates. So you can, if you're using WordPress, you'll find WordPress templates. Let me try Blogger template. Right, so Blogger templates, you can find as low as $10, and it's a one-off buy. You don't have to keep paying every year. It's a one-off buy, and once you buy it, you just upload it to the themes. I'm going to show you that as well. So you just pick the one that is within your budget, because they have different ones that have different capabilities. The one that maybe has an e-commerce store, the one that, so you see, as low as, there's even as low as $3, $7. The one on my blog right now is, I bought it for, I think, $20. I bought it for $20. So, hey, God, hey, it's the time, and I'm still here. Okay, okay. So, but at least if you get what is happening? Okay, my blog is not opening. Okay, so my template, if it opens on your end, I bought it from Etsy and I just designed it, add pictures, everything to it, and I was good to go. Right, so you see different ones within your budget. So when you want to upload your templates that you bought, you go to themes, and this is there's a place you upload. Okay, customize. Customize. The place you upload. Okay, don't seem to find it now. The place you upload your things. Let me go to my own now. Let me see my thing. So here you're supposed to be able to okay. It's from here. You click on this button here. Then you'll be able to see restore backup and switch to this. No, there's an upload button somewhere. Yeah, so but let me move on. But there's an upload button either under Teams or under settings, but it's supposed to be here. Anywho, so this is where you will now find your theme. So because my own is customized, this is my theme here, right? And so anybody that clicks on it will be able to see it. So the things that you need the hosting for your blog. So you can use either Blogger, WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, Zoho site. That's where it will be domiciled, right? Then you need a custom domain, www.whatever your name is, .com or .ng, anyone. And then if you don't like the templates that they're giving you, you should be able to upload a template. You can buy your templates on Etsy. I'm not sure about these Zoho sites and Squarespace and Wix, if they allow you to upload. I'm not sure, I doubt it. You have to use their own templates. But WordPress and Blogger, definitely, they will allow you put your own. So do you have any questions around that one? Are we together? Could you back a little? Yeah, so please unmute and let me know what. Unmute and you can let me know what you want me to go back on. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Folu. So I was at the point where I launched the Blogger, the first site of the first page. So I'm trying to navigate the creation of the name.
You've put in the name.
Yeah, I have. No, I haven't. So
okay,
apparently,
so you put in the name.
Yeah.
Then you see .blogspot.com.
That's the display name part, is it?
Yeah, so that's the address. That's the custom email, web address, but the name will be the name of the blog, whatever the name of the blog is. So our own is food blog. That will be the name. So this is how it's going to show on that. Let me see.
If you could just, is it possible to create multiple blogs?
Yes. So
Can
see
you?
here now. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see
This
that.
my food blog. This arrow here. So you
Yeah.
see new blog. So if
Okay.
you click on it, you can see another one. You can create another one.
Okay, let me try
And
that.
all will be on this, on all of that will be on this your email address.
Oh, okay, okay. I found myself now. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so that is it about creating the blog in terms of like what's the tech that you need. And then one other very important part of the process is understanding what SEO is about. You need to understand what search engine optimization is. And it is basically how the platform decide what piece of content to promote based on what is relevant to the audience. Now, let me just quickly give a brief, summary of how search engine optimization came about. So when the people at Google created Google, they created Google because they wanted people to be able to search for what they are looking for. It's like, okay, we're creating this online library because, you know, this is the new internet. We want to be able to pull everything that people are talking about on the internet. So they encountered a problem. And what was the problem? The problem was that when people searched for something, they did not exactly find what they were searching for. So I wanted to search for cat videos. I searched for cat videos and they were showing me motherhood content or how to breastfeed your baby. And it's like, so the person that is looking for the cat videos sees how to breastfeed your babies and immediately clicks away like, oh, this is not what I'm looking for. Or they just have to keep searching down, 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 down. And maybe in the 100th page, they find a cat video. That was the problem. And so Google now devised this thing called search engine optimization so that people that are searching who their audience are will be able to find exactly what they are looking for. So I want to search for cat videos. When I search for cat videos, I should not be seeing breastfeeding. So there are three parties involved when it comes to search engine. Google, the host, you, the searcher, and you, the content creator. So you, the content creator, you are a third party. So Google does not necessarily care about you. You're part of their ecosystem. They care about you, yeah, just a little bit. But they care much more for the audience, such that they want to ensure that they don't disappoint their audience when they search. So it is on you to ensure that your content is matching with whatever the person is searching for if you want them to find you. The question again is if you want them to find you. You might not want to be found. You never know. But if you want them to find you, ensure that whatever you are writing about fits into what this person that is searching for is searching for. Now, the internet is very big and very wide. There are also many billion people around the world. So if you want, let's say the people that will search for your things now are just 100 million. All the things that you need to do to ensure that when these 100 million people are searching for that thing that you are providing for, they find you. You have to ensure, and that's what this list is about, and that's what search engine optimization is. You are optimizing your site so that you can be found. So, site speed. Now, see me that I'm talking. I searched my own website and it was not working. Please tell me why me as an audience, I will come back to this website that is not working. Why? Why would I? No, I wouldn't, right? So search speed, website speed, that's by the way. Website speed, when I search for your website, am I counting down before your website loads. So now click on Squarespace. Voila. That's Google. That showed me in how many points, 140 seconds. When I want to go to Squarespace, or I'm searching for dog videos. Again, sorry, I don't have space bar. Okay, dog videos. Oh, I did dog videos. Let me say dog food. Dog food in Lagos. I'm searching, right? So I go to this website. Let me look for a blog that is writing about dogs. Let me go to page 6. I need to find dogs. Oh, sorry, no more dog in Lagos. Anywho, so if I click on you, how fast does it load? This one is Instagram, so it probably load fast, right? How fast does it load? Is the person waiting and waiting before your content comes out? Now, the world is more mobile. There are more people that are mobile than there are people that are using desktop, right? So how responsive is it to mobile? Can people still see the full website? Is there a mobile version of your website, right? Is it secure? Is it a secure connection? That means, is it HTTPS, right? The site structure and navigation. So that site structure is, everything is easy to navigate. There's home. You can see this one now. There's gifts. There's Valentine. There's home. So it's not like gift is here, home is here, gift is here, home is here. There's about us is here, right? So it's like, is your site structured in such a way that it's easy to navigate? They look at these things as well. Are there any broken links? What broken links mean is that, so you have written an article 15 years ago, and all of a sudden you took down the article, but that article is linked somewhere and in different places. So anytime anybody clicks on that link, it goes to your website, but it shows there's no article here. That's a broken link. Are you sure that you don't have broken links? If you have broken links, go and look for how to expunge it from the internet, right? Proper indexing, that's that thing I was saying, that it was saying search index on that setting, that you should enable it. All this search index, let search be able to crawl your website. Do you enable all of these things? Now, that's why this one is no code, because you can just click up on a button. But if you are coding, you have to write the code or copy the code somewhere or something. So is Google able to properly index your site? Then relevant keywords in title, headings, and content. Now, like we said, we are talking to, we are doing a food blog, right? So when you are writing your title and the headings of your blog and everything, so that place that you're writing the headings of your blog, this place, food blog, it is clear what this blog is about, food blog. When they're searching, when Google is crawling my website and they're looking for things around food, they will recognize food blog. So they will rank it higher than somebody that their own is follow Olatunde blog, but I'm talking about food. It's not clear that I'm talking about food in my title. It's not clear that I'm talking about, it's not clear that I'm talking about this. So if you see my own blog, right, it is called Africa, but I wrote homeschooling in Africa as part of my heading. Why? Because so that when they are crawling my website, they should be able to, and they are sharing, looking for content, they should be able to pick it up that this blog is about homeschooling in Africa. Yeah. So proper formatting and readability. When people open your blog, to be honest, I really don't know why my blog is not working, and it's stressing me out right now. Sorry, because I wanted to show you all these things and why it is. Yeah. So, but it's opening on my phone. Anywho, so proper editing and content. So when you are writing the content as well, make sure that all these keywords around what your blog is about is also there inside the content. So you're not just writing content haphazardly. You're not just writing and saying, oh yes, I went to, that's why I said the difference between the one that should be profitable and the one that will not be profitable is, again, number of people that click and the audience you get. But if you're not writing anyhow, that will not bring the people that will read and make you be able to monetize your blog, then you will not be readable, you will not be findable, rather. Then descriptive meta description. And so what this means is like, you are going into the more nitty-gritties of your description, right? So, for example, I don't practice this a lot. Again, I find a balance. I don't practice this a lot because I really don't have the time all the time to do it, but this is what it is. So this is an article, right, that I've written. I put pictures in the article. So the meta description of this is that when I am putting this article is about Skate City, right? So anybody that's looking for a review on Skate City, I've been there, I wrote about it. So in my, alternate text, Skate City. I'm supposed to put it there, right? I'm supposed to put alternate text, Skate City, or places to take your children to in Lagos. Those are the things I can put in my meta description, right? Here under my labels as well, under my links, right? So the link title, put it here. Add link, all these things, you have to describe exactly what it is. When you are titling your picture that you're going to put on the blog, you're not going to just leave the thing as IMG 771 . Those are meta descriptions. You write it out on the name of the Kudu blog, Homeschool in Africa, Skate City, whatever it is you want people to find you for, because guess what? There is Google Images as well. So when people are searching, it also crawls up to the name of the image on your website. So you are naming it such that people can always find you, even from the picture. So if you properly put your metadata, image, alternate text, format properly, high quality backlinks from reputable websites. I'll talk about that. So when you properly do all of these things, these are the measurements that Google is looking at to be able to rank your website high up on the list. So they don't tell them all the whole formula they use, the algorithm. They don't tell the whole formula they use because people try to always like find ways around it to ensure that their sites are up on the list. But your goal is to be in the first 10 of the links that people search for when they search for homeschooling in Africa. Right. Homeschooling in Africa. And this can also be because I'm used for my own page. That can be why my page is first. So you can check it and see whether it is there on your own end. But it can be because it's from my own Google. But usually, if you do it properly, so that you'll be one of the first 5, first 6 that you find here on the first page, right? So that's about it. So I'm also going to talk about backlinks, right? What backlinks means is that let me give practical example. So Chimamanda, you're on the first page. Thank you very much. It's a lot of hard work and SEO. Thank you. Okay, so Chimamanda, for example, writes, or she makes a video. I mean, Chimamanda Adichie, right? She makes a video on something around her feminism and a new book and something. Of course, she's popular, right? So people take that video, write an article about it, and say, let me see, Forbes picks up that she has a new book. They write about it and link her video that she's talking about, this new book. That is a backlink. They are linking back to her video. Forbes writes about it. Washington Post writes about it. Bella Ninja writes about it. See this high quality, can you see this high quality websites that have built authority over the years and linking to this Chimamanda's new video or book or article that she wrote on her blog, right? She's writing it down. She's writing it on her blog, right? Where she's announcing her book. They are linking back. Now, 5 blog websites that have authority. Authority can be for the number of years you have been in existence, or the number of volume you get. part-time, right? So these blogs, definitely, they are high quality. So they link back to her website. So now, if somebody is looking for African books on, let's say she's writing about African culture, African books, something about African culture and all, they will rank Chimamanda's blog over my own, that I am a nobody and nobody's linking to me, over my own. They rank our own over my own. Why? Because they are, part of this is like, oh, so if many people are linking back to this website, that means there's something of value in this website. So they rank it higher, right? So we don't know which one has the most, in terms of all of these things that they look at, we don't know which one has the most, we don't know which one has the most, how do I put it, weight of what they used to rank, but a combination of all of these things help to make you rank higher. So now for my own blog, for example, I have been featured on, say, Lagos Moms. I've been featured on BBC. I've been featured on Guardian. So these are authority websites in Nigeria, right? And they link to me. So if they are going to talk about, oh, maybe homeschooling, and people search for homeschooling, but because of the amount of backlinks that I have, it's also part of the things that they will look at to make sure that I rank higher, because they're like, oh, for these people that have this much clout, to be able to link to you, no matter how small you are, that means there's something valuable about your website. Another thing that I didn't write here is how quickly people click off your article. So if you open an article, for example, you're a breastfeeding mother, you're looking for how am I supposed to remove this engorgement in my breast? You search for it, you find this well-written title, how to remove engorgement, and you click on it, and the first few lines, you see that, oh, this is rubbish. You click out. This is rubbish. This is rubbish. You click out. They are ranking for that website. Once more people are clicking out, immediately they open that website. They know that, okay, this thing is clickbaity. So they start ranking it lower and lower and lower, such that people don't find it on the top page. Remember, Google cares more about their audience that is searching than about you, the creator, because they have so many creators that they can easily drop you on the site, right? So is that clear? Let me quickly run through. So yes, distribution for your blog after you have written your article. Because we are moms, right? I always say that you want to be able to create articles that you don't have to distribute. You don't want to distribute, you don't have to distribute. Why? Because you don't have the time. So when you have the time and you have a little respite, maybe your children are not very older, your hands are not in too many pies, then you can now say, okay, I have a team, I have a this, I have a that, I want to be able to do marketing, I want to do this or that, when I have time. But you want to be able to make sure that your blog runs without you when you don't have time. So now at this point, I'm going to show you my blog again. So that's why this part, all of these things, yes, they are good and nice to have, but you want to ensure that you get it right in terms of the keywords. You want to know that you get it right in terms of search engine optimization, so that you don't have to worry too much about distribution. Distribution is important, yes. So let me just show you my website, right? Okay. So I'll go to my stats so that you can see how. So I wrote only 2 articles January. That's one post that Nkechi was talking about, where I document my blog goals and how much I made the previous year. That was the only article I wrote in January, right? That's in January 10. And this February, I've written 1 article. So if you see carefully how I title my blogs, and because of the people that my target audience, I know that this is what they eventually might look for. So you're not looking at the short term, right? So this article, I did a collaboration with Crocs many years ago, like almost 2 or 3 years ago now. That article over time has more than 10,000 or 11,000 views, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm sure that I'm even downplaying it, but when I first wrote this, how to effectively homeschool in Africa, this is a question that anybody that's ready to homeschool, this is what they will look for it. It got about 100 views, I think. But now over time, and this was last 2 years ago, it has almost 3,000 views now. So you have to ensure that whatever people are searching for, right? So how do you get the keywords? Yes, I'll get to that. So whatever people you know that people will be searching for, that's how you title your blog posts. That's how you use the keywords. What you know that people will search for, your target audience, whatever you know they will search for. You have to start with thinking and come from a place of service. Again, you want to serve people with value. You want to serve them what they need, what they are searching for in Google. Because remember, they are encountering your article from Google search. So they are searching for you and what you have talked about, and they will go to, just look at the way you interact with your Google searches when you're searching. That's the same way, whoever your audience will be, that's how they interact with it, right? So somebody that is traveling in Nigeria that wants to take their kids and saying, I'm looking for places to take my children in Lagos. See, places to take your kids in Lagos. It's simple. It's simple. Places to take your kids in Lagos. Let me go through. Okay, so I was saying I did only one post last month, but last month I got 13,000 views on my blog. And why is that? What were the most read articles on my blog last month? So this is last 7 days. Let me do last 30 days. Right, so last 30 days, 13K. This were the, see that Crocs, this is it. This is that Crocs article, right? And in the last 30 days, it has written, let me see the lifetime of this article. 29,000 views. I even said 11. So 29,000 views over time that I wrote it in 2021. So again, you never really know which article would take off, but when you start writing with the sense of letting people come to your blog over time, you have higher chances of most of your articles ranking high because you have titled a lot of it like that. So now last month, right, these are the articles that did so well. So because I wrote this one last month, it's still ranking high. So objections to homeschooling from Nigerians. So this had 100 or something views last month. How to homeschool in Nigeria. This one, month in, month out, people are always clicking on it. How to effectively homeschool in Africa. Agodi Gardens in Ibadan. So people will always look for these things. People will always, next tomorrow, people will give birth. Even if your own children are now teenagers or they've started working, somebody else is giving birth somewhere. So even if you're writing motherhood content, these things are evergreen. If you're writing something about food, right, and you're detailing an article around how to make something, you know that people will always find it year in, year out. You're just ensuring that when you are typing and writing the title, you're not just writing, banana bread recipe. How to make banana bread, how to make fluffy banana. Look at what you should, just look at your own behavior when you're searching so that you can be able to know how to capture the minds of the people that are going to be reading your article. And before you know, your article will go beyond Nigeria and everywhere once you write something like very valuable. Yeah, so social media platforms, again, the high one. If you know me, I don't always share my articles on YouTube, on Instagram, because I know that people, at the end of the day, they will not click it, right? So I'm like, what's my stress? Why am I sharing? Let me just create articles that people always search for, right? But yes, you can be lucky. You can be the lucky one that people would just rush over all your stuff whenever you write. So social media platforms, you can create a social media platform around well, I always suggest that anyways, create a social media platform around your blog or what you're doing and share your articles, your WhatsApp to the people that know you, because that's exactly where it's going to start from. Your first audience will be people that already know you, but you want to plan to go to where the person that reads your article doesn't know who you are, right? You can also do email marketing. There's MailChimp, there's Kit, there's Zoho. Zoho also does email marketing. Zoho, I found, is the only one that you can pay in Naira and is a lot cheaper, right? You can leverage on other people's audiences as well. You don't have to go through this route again. You don't have to go through the route of maybe build a community, having social media platforms. There are already established social media platforms, but you have to be able to have the money to be able to feature yourself in all of these places, except you have a solid network of people, like the way Nkechi has me, for example, and I have Nkechi, yeah, and a few of my other friends. So if you have the network of people, like I can walk up to Nkechi and say, oh, please, I need to be able to publish something on for your community this month, oh, please, oh, I beg you, I don't get money, oh, she will answer. Why? Because of the relationship and the network that we have built over the years, right? You can also build a community. Community doesn't have to be online, remember? Community doesn't have to be online. That's one thing I'm learning very, very actively this year, or since last year. Community doesn't have to be online. You can build an engaged community that is offline or off of social media, right? So build a community, email marketing, and then leverage on other people's audience. But if you're leveraging on other people's audience, be willing to pay or be willing to trade something off. Yes, so monetizing your blog, we're almost at the end. Monetizing your blog, I want you to be able to think outside of the box when you're looking at monetizing your audience or monetizing your blog, right? It does not have to be the traditional way, especially because we're in Nigeria and there's a lot of things that does not translate to volume in terms of money when you are doing this thing. So the ones that I've seen that has been most profitable for me is having brand deals. Having brand deals and partnerships. So look at Linda Ikeji. How did Linda Ikeji build wealth? She had a blog that people were coming to every day. So she could brag and say, I have 1 million people visiting my website every day. Can you imagine what that means? So she can, with her chest, create a slide and go to Zenith Bank and tell them that you can take a banner small on my website and you'll be guaranteed that at least 1 million people is going to see that your banner. And she was able to command top dollar for it. Why? Because she could guarantee that the audience. So if you have done all these things right and your SEO, you are sure of the audience that's coming to your account every month, then you can now pitch to a certain brand that you want to work with. Or sometimes, usually in Nigeria, most of them pitch to you and say, oh, we've seen your work, we want to work with you, send us your rate card. Right? So brand deals and partnerships, those are very good ways to leverage and monetize your audience. Products and ads. So products, you create a product. And that's another way that I've seen that is a very high guaranteed, more guaranteed, because brand deals are in and out. You can pitch and you don't find, or they don't come to you. But products, you are the owner of your product. You can sell your product to your audience that you have built. The people that come to your website every month, they can see your ads for everything. Then that's the ads, that's the product, and then the ads. The ads is the traditional one where you can just go and meet a company and say, oh, I have this traction every month. And then you can come and advertise on my website. I'll give you this small portion on the side of my website. And your ads will show to 15,000 people every month. Or you can take top banner, that one costs more, but yeah, people will see it. Affiliates is down here because in Nigeria, there are affiliate programs, yes, but they are not that profitable, except you have a large audience, right? Except you have a large audience, they're not as profitable as I can, well, based off of my experience. There are people, but they know what they are doing to be able to get the kind of traction, to be able for money from affiliates to translate, to come to better money, right? Then AdSense is when you allow Google advertise on your website. So Google, you can put a space and then have Google advertise on your website. So that's for AdSense. Right. And then this is another place that I see that is a bit, let's say, mid-level profitable, user-generated content and your skills. Now, your skills is in the sense that it is not everything that you write about that you are skilled in. You are skilled in so much more things than you're writing about. You're just writing about this small portion of your skills. So for example, I write about blogging, but I also do product photography. And if I do say so myself, the pictures are very, very lovely. So that's a skill that I have. I also do videos as well. I can do videos for people. I just do not have the time right now to do it, but I can do it. That's my skill. I have the audience enough to, if I wanted to monetize that skill, I can leverage on my audience to monetize this particular skill. So if for example, yes, you're writing about this, but you have skill in graphic design, right? You have graphic design skills. And you know that the people that are your audience, they are usually parallel. You're looking at yourself. Yes, I'm a mom, but I'm also a business owner-ish. But still, I still need some of these things because yes, I'm going to organize a conference. I need a graphic designer. But yes, I'm reading your mom blog and I love your mom blog. But if I see that you're a graphic designer, I see that you're good, and you tell me that you're good, I will tell you that please come and help me, right? So your skills as well is something I've seen that is a bit underrated, that people don't pay attention to, that they can actually leverage to monetize. So you're monetizing your blog audience because you have the skill that they also need. It does not take away from what you're doing, but people need to also be aware that I am this and this and this as well. So if you have opportunities, they'll come and meet you, at least maybe first, right? And if you are so good that they cannot ignore you, remember, they will not ignore you. Then user-generated content. So this way, you can, I'm a blogger, and I want to be able to, and I found another, maybe say, another blogger that is, that needs me to, so I will create a content for the person, maybe reviewing their product or something, but they don't have to put that content on my own platform. They just need is me talking about it. And every business owner, every person needs somebody else talking about their product that is not them. So they can now say, okay, Tomi, you do this content for us. You don't have to post it on your page, but we can use it to run ads. I may sign something to let them use it to run ads for a certain number of time. You can only use it to run ads for 1 month. After that, you need to come and pay me again if you want to continue using it. So that kind of thing, you need to think a bit outside. So what are the ways that you can? You have so many business people around you. Trust me, many business people are looking for other people that can help them to talk about their products for not too much money, right? And it's not more than you setting up the camera and your phone, for example, and just doing a video, right? So, and ensure that you say, oh, this one is just used for 1 month. After that 1 month, you need to pay me another money before you can use it, or else you're a breach of contract, that kind of thing. So that has generated you another income for the next 2 months or something. Yeah. So the one that I've found to be most profitable, brand deals, better brands, brand deals and partnerships. Partnerships in the sense that somebody selling something, they want you to share profit or something. Yeah. Then you having your own products, whether it's digital products, physical products, or whatever, having your own products and having control over the money that you make is also a profitable one. And then user-generated content and using your skills. So how do you price? How do you price? Yes, I wrote industry standard, but please don't let industry standard hold you. Don't let industry standard hold you down, because if you have a skill that you know you are good at, and maybe you're doing a video for somebody, don't now price it at 20K per video, because people of my audience and size, they don't charge more than 20K. Please don't. As long as you know that you're giving value to the person and you know your onions and you know what you're doing, please do not just go by industry standard. Industry standard may mean that you might not get as frequent jobs as possible. But whenever you get the jobs, you get quality jobs, money that can make sense for you, right? So know your value, know what you're bringing to the table, and price accordingly. So you don't want to, and this is talking about, when you're pricing for like brand deals, or when you're pricing for user-generated content, your skills, those type of things, right? You know that you are pricing based on your value and what you are offering the person. Yeah. So anybody that's using me for a brand deal now, right? For example, I'm not going to charge you based off of, oh yes, I just have 18K followers. No, I'm charging you because I know that my high-end husband that is a videographer and photographer is going to take my videos for me. And this is a video that you can play anywhere in any place. It's not going to be a kwaka video. So I'm going to charge you based off of that, knowing that at the back of my mind, this video is not going to be the same video as somebody that maybe uses their phone. If I'm going to write for you, I'm writing based off of my knowledge of my audience and the people that I'm going to talk to. You might not have the same insights I have about my audience. That's why you're coming to me in the first place. So when I'm writing for you, I write from that. I'm not going to charge you 5K for the writing because I know the value I'm bringing to you. And it's beyond my follower count. So you don't just look at industry standard and follower count. Maybe when you're starting out, maybe. But I really don't suggest that because you want to be able to earn enough money that makes sense. Because what will happen is that, you just get, because your audience is small, you charge 5K per post, or you charge 5K for your platform, and then, or you charge 5K per post and this, and then by the end of the month, you get only 4, and that's 20K. In this day and age, what can 20K do for you? Cannot do anything. So you want to ensure that at least if people are going to, because you're looking at, see my article now that I wrote for Crocs, how many years ago? See that article has 29K views now. That's the lifetime value of that article. If I had known that time what I know now, I wouldn't have charged what I charged then for that post. Do you get? So you have to think beyond your follower count. You have to think beyond. And when you're doing UCG content, right? If it's easy, make them run now. Do you understand? So you're doing it for a business owner. It's valuable for them because at least another person is talking about their content, which gives them credibility, which gives their products credibility, right? So you want to ensure that you have that at the back of your mind, that the value you are bringing is just not this 5 minutes video I'm doing for this person. The value is that people will see it and see your face and say that, oh, it's not just this person talking about that product, it's somebody else talking about the product. So it gives more credibility to that. And they will get more customers based off of the fact that it's not just them talking about their product. So you are charging value for the value you are bringing. So look at it in terms of value. Also, know the results that you can get a brand, right? Know the results that you can get a brand. No, so now I've told you, let your throat be very wide. But at the same time, you cannot cut the throat small. In case you don't know, and you're not sure that this is the results I can give to this brand at this time. If you're not very sure, yes, I will say yes, cut your throat small, right? But ensure that you do not run at a loss. Don't run at a loss because yes, it will look like, oh, it's digital product. There's cost to digital product. By the time you want to start creating your products on digital products, that means you start paying for seller. You are paying for your domain every year. The way dollar is rising, you are paying for maybe someone that is doing your graphics. You are not doing it yourself. You are paying for all these things. Calculate all these things. Calculate the time you are using to create the content that is now becoming valuable to people. Calculate it, put it into your pricing, and ensure that you're not running at a loss, because there's a very huge tendency that you start out and you see that, oh, because this thing is online, it's not so much, and it's not taking so much from you. You feel like, oh, I can just charge this amount. But that amount, by the time at the end of the month now, it's then time to pay for domain, the money is not showing. Why? Because you priced at a loss. Yeah, and finally, as a mom, be strategic. Be very, very, very strategic about what you do. And the strategy comes from how you title so that you are not stuck in or looking for the next marketing gimmick that you need to be able to break up your numbers. Think of your long-term goals. What are the things that you want long-term? And pace yourself for that long-term, right? I don't do more than myself, right? And in case I said it, even my photography, I'm in the office this evening because somebody wanted, and it's this evening I came to shoot in the office. My sister is home today, so she's watching my kids, and I'm here. I just said, okay, since I'm here, let me just do the live here, right? So I pace myself. My goals and my aspirations are in 5-year increments. It's not at this year, oh, my blog needs to blow. My blog does not need to blow this year. My blog can blow in 5 years' time. My income can grow in 5 years' time. And I'm purposely doing it. Why? Because I know that as my children are growing, they become more independent of me. I can spend more time outside of the home and I can do all of these things. And I align my goals around that so that you're not under too much pressure. Don't compare yourself. Very, very important, because you just realize that this person you're comparing yourself with has 2 writers, has a social media manager, has a one thing. Those are people that are running her blog for her. And then you just feel like, oh, because she's the one posting, she's just doing the content and people are the ones posting for her. Whereas you are the editor, you are the videographer, you are the graphic designer, you are this one, you are the that one, but you now start comparing yourself with those type of people. At least I know some mom blogs that they have writers. So they're not the ones writing. I can't compare myself with them by being the one I'm the one writing myself. That's why there's one article per January. There's another one in February, and there'll be another one in March, because I cannot keep myself. When I had a writer at some point, I was churning out articles, like 4 articles a month. And I'm not the one writing it. I just supervise and ensure that they're writing according to standard. That was all. So as a mom, collaborate more. Collaborate. In collaboration, you need to collaborate. See, how did I meet Nkechi? How did I meet Tinuke of Mom Confessions? How did I meet Labake? How did I meet Fab Mom? How did I meet all these people? It's from the collaboration. It's from the networking. That's how I met them. And we're all growing together at that point. And now, if tomorrow night I need help with something, I can call. That's why she can call me here and not give me money. You see? That's why she can come here and not give me money, because we have collaborated. And we have networked to the point that she has the audacity, right? And she knows she has the audacity to call me and not give me money. And I'm not going to complain. And I'll be so happy to do it, right? So, and then pay for help where necessary. Like I said, at some point I had a writer. That was helping me write. But again, it doesn't matter why I don't have a writer anymore. But I had a writer at some point. If you need to pay for a graphic designer that will do all the graphics, if you need to pay for somebody that will manage the blog, if you need to pay and you have the money to do it, please do it. There's no trophy for now work pass, right? And be consistent. Oh, be consistent. Consistency is very, very key. And consistent doesn't mean that I'm showing up every day. Consistency just means that I'm still running my blog year in, year out. You know, consistency just means I'm running my blog year in, year out. I'm doing what I need to do year in, year out. Reach out to people for collaboration and ensure that you are giving them value, even though you don't have money to give them. Just ensure that you're giving them value for whatever it is you are requesting for. There's so many times that people have reached out to me to do a live video. I don't collect money for live videos. Nobody think I collect money for live. I don't collect money for Instagram lives, but people reach out to me and ask me that, please, can you do a live video, right? And there are some people that ask me for something, or they ask me for some things, oh, can you please do this for me? And they say, oh, in return, I'll do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z for you. You want to ensure that you are giving the person value, even though it might not be value they need, but it shows that you are not trying to freeload. It shows that you are not trying to be entitled, right, to the person's time or the person's audience. So ensure that you reach out more to people for collaborations and stay consistent. So yes, thank you so much. That's my presentation. That's my presentation. Oh yeah. Thank you. I'm just reading the comments. Okay, yeah, so that's my presentation. So if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. Are we past the time? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How many people are still here? See, all the people that joined this call are still on this call. So thank you so much for such a profound session. It was, I don't know why you started by telling us that it's going to be wonky, but there's nothing wonky about this. It sounded as if you've been giving this talk all your life. But it also comes from a place of experience, right? You know your stuff. You have lived through it. You have experienced it. So it was easy for it to just come from within. Thank you so much. So guys, please, how can we say thank you to Tomi? Tomi, please, can you share your blog with us? Please, everybody, when she shares this blog, can we
Is it that blog that was embarrassing me now that did not open?
Please share it. Maybe it's finished. Share it to open our eyes.
Is it finished?
Yes. So please, how can we say thank you to her while we're on this call for the next 5 minutes? Can we go on her blog, read through, like, no, don't, you see, you remember what she said about when you go to the blog and you jump out immediately. You're actually doing her more harm than good. So maybe
Yes, sir.
You can just take the 5 minutes to read only one, leave a meaningful comment, like it, and share. Can we commit to that? For the next 5 minutes, let us go to her blog, read one article, leave a meaningful comment, and share. Thank you so much, Tomi. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. What's the time? Please go and put them to bed. I know that they are waiting for you.
They're at home. No, they're at home. They're at home.
Oh, okay. That's great. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you. All right, guys, I've shared the feedback form on the document. Why is this feedback form important? It helps us improve, but most importantly, you will see the line that says, leave a meaningful or a thoughtful message for Tomi. We will package it and share it with her so that she will read all the love notes from you all to her. So please do that, but be specific about this session, what you learned, how it has impacted you, the action you intend to take. So the love letter should be about this session, how it has impacted you, the action you intend to take. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. See you in the WhatsApp group. The form is not open to everyone. Oh, I'm so sorry. Corresponder link, manage. Okay, please, the form is now open to everybody, please. The form is now open to everybody, please. Thank you so much, everybody. But don't leave, please. Tomi, you can go. But please don't leave, everybody. Just stay. Remember, we said we'll stay on the call and do that 5 minutes article reading right now. Let me go and do my own and share. And when you're done with that, come and click on the link and go. Come and click on the link, the review link or the feedback link, and leave a thoughtful message for her. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Okay. All right, so once you do yours, you can go. I'm doing mine right now.